I pulled up with that topless. Now you know what panties dropping. Don't fuck with me.
Can we laugh now? So let me ask y'all something. And I'm curious. BSimone recently made headlines when she made some very controversial statements about not being able to date men with 9-to-5 jobs. And
What?
I know. And I think she did this. I don't know if she did this after or before she stole the white woman's book, but we'll get into that in a second.
It was before the book.
It was before the book.
Before the book,
Before that nursery rhyme book, she dated.
She only dates entrepreneurs because she got the entrepreneur mindset.
I mean, if depending on how she comes out of these lawsuits, she might be working a 9-to-5 right next to the
Nigga, what? Yo,
she might be like, I'm an Uber, first of all.
If we being honest, flipping burgers and shit, man. Like,
okay.
Not if y'all burning down the Wendy's though. I'm sorry. Like,
y'all,
come on.
we all know, man. We done all work jobs, sometimes 2 jobs. I understand. I have nothing but respect for the working man. But they was like, damn, bitch, you don't like. They was like, for real, they was like, bitch, you don't like
us?
You don't like 9-to-5, man. And I'm just like, goddamn, when did she say any of that? Everybody else said that shit for her.
Right.
She didn't say
She never said,
none
I don't
of
like
that.
y'all, nigga. She said, what I want. My preference.
She simply
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I get it, bruh. I hate my job. I hope they see this shit and they know I hate it.
Same.
No one wants to do.
I hate it here.
No one wants to work anywhere that we work. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to work anywhere that we work, but we do what we have to do. We have families. Some of us have kids. We have things that we need to do. But that don't mean that I don't want more. Hell, we're aiming for entrepreneurship.
right.
Now, I don't know her life, so I can't judge that. If she does feel like fuck 9-to-5s, I mean, that's on her. I can't. I have a respect for it. My family's worked hard their whole life. I work hard, man.
I watch entrepreneurs. I don't want them niggas in my life. I need a nigga that's already getting the check.
But see,
I don't need no admirations.
That's that. But I'm saying it's just I feel like everybody else said all of that stuff for her.
I mean,
Like, she never said fuck man with 9-to-5. She never said none of that.
But she also did say that she needs somebody who can understand her lifestyle.
Plagiarism?
First of all, you don't understand your lifestyle.
alluding to someone who has a
lifestyle.
9-to-5, not understanding her lifestyle, and I just don't think it's fair to make that assumption.
Agree. I agree with that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that she, you know what I'm saying, doesn't respect those with 9-to-5s. I feel like everybody else created that narrative because they were offended.
Agreed.
I get it. Bro, as hard as we work, bro, like, come on, man. But she didn't say that shit. Like, she didn't. She didn't say none of that.
I mean, also too, I feel like when someone like that makes the statement like she made, you know, she kind of left it open for people, and on the platform that she released the statement on,
That's fair.
She leaves it open for people to criticize her regardless. You're a celebrity, or I mean, I don't even know if she's a celebrity. You're a public figure right now, right? You
Damn,
anything you say,
demoted.
anything that you say right now, you will be criticized for. So if you can't take that, then you need to, give your riches to somebody else.
Well, BSimone doesn't give a damn what other people think. Her
Clearly
unibrow
not. She
are just
plagiarized
fine.
that book.
With it if it wasn't for those meddling 9-to-5 workers.
Damn,
when I saw that, bro, I died laughing, bro. I was like,
They had
no,
some
you didn't.
Scooby-Doo shit on it, didn't
Yeah,
they?
Scooby-Doo.
Hey, look, one
shit,
thing you
bro.
can't say these 9-to-5 workers are on their job.
Facts. That is all
Whoa.
fact. I just want to apologize to my job. I won't say where they at, but don't fire please don't fire me. I need jobs. I got wife. I got kids, family. But
Oh, you scared?
Fuck this job.
Walmart
Fuck
on
that
Epps
job.
Bridge.
But
Fuck all my job. Fuck my old job.
Athens,
fuck my new
Georgia.
job.
But I feel like, man, I think everyone treated her unfair. And you want to know what else they treated worse than BSimone? Terrence J. They dogged him.
I mean, they dogged me.
Like I said,
Meek Mill a whole. We gonna get to that. Meek Mill a whole clown. He been a clown ever since he started that bullshit with Drake. But Terrence J and Marlon Wayans did a skit for a show that they do that was written by Marlon Wayans,
Right.
and where Terrence J is portraying what haters would say to a Wayans. Oh man, you let your family, you rode the coattail of your family. First of all, shout out to the Wayans, man, the first family of comedy, because those are some incredibly talented people. Everyone doing anything should inspire to be Keenan Ivory Wayans. You talking about he epitomizes of what it was to put your family on, to put the whole team on.
Everybody.
Mind you, now this was a skit, and Twitter dogged Terrence J. They dogged him after he said it was a skit.
Like I said,
These were jokes.
I think everybody took that as an opportunity to say how they felt about him or how they've been feeling about him.
Yeah.
He's corny. He lame. He not funny. He's untalented. Whoa.
I mean, even though those checks would, disagree with what they say, but, fuck them. Another thing to touch on, to back what Montel said, they dogged Meek Mill. Meek Mill essentially was out here defending plagiarism, but he had all the shit to say in the word about Drake. Boy, if you don't stop.
First of all, he can fight somebody else's fight.
So,
he felt really comfortable.
Hey, what Meek Mill said, in case y'all don't know, Meek Mill was like, BSimone canceled because she finessed a book and made her own way from the bottom. LOL. What major companies y'all cancel for ripping our culture off? Finding ways to display hate towards our own when they start doing good is showing amongst us a lot.
I get what he tried to say, but for him to have said the things that he said about one of the most gifted writers in rap. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that.
Well, okay. Well, let me play devil's advocate. Doesn't he have the space to grow?
You think that's growth, Nick? Is that? Do you? Yes or no?
I don't know what it is. I don't know Meekus Millius personally.
Man,
I feel like like if because I think a black author was plagiarized from by her. I feel like they have the right to criticize her, because if it's at the expense of another black person right now when we're trying to move forward, I feel like that's wrong. I feel like that's just wrong, because it's at the expense of someone else and someone else in the culture, and we're trying to grow right now. We're in a vulnerable state right now, so we need to sometimes realize, or somehow realize, hey, I don't need to be tearing down other black people. Let me find a different way.
I'm happy you mentioned that about not tearing down black people. I want to take the time to acknowledge someone who I feel has been getting torn down ever since he left the shadow of LeBron James. People have to stop tearing down Kyrie Irving for his stance on not wanting to play to focus on social issues. I disagree with the sentiment. I think that your job is to play basketball, right? That's your job.
Gonna be in the playoffs? Are they gonna be playing in October?
I think Kyrie wasn't playing anyway. He's hurt.
Him and Kevin.
But
so you're saying you disagree with the sentiment of not returning to basketball?
Yeah, because I feel like if I had using your platform to bring attention to an issue that you genuinely care about is the route I particularly would rather go.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say that I don't understand his disposition for feeling like, okay, basketball is just going to take away attention, and because people say, black people, we've never had this moment, the moment where all the focus is in, and they're looking at it from the standpoint like, yo, we got all this focus right now, and y'all niggas want to go play basketball. They're like, fuck.
But see, my thing with that too. Sorry not to cut you off, but my thing with that too is I don't agree with him not wanting to play basketball right now with the way the world's going. Us, as a culture and just humans, on this world that they walk this earth, crave entertainment in this moment, of what's going on, this pandemic, and rioting, and social injustice. I feel like the competition of a sport and the entertainment of a sport could be able to help somber some unrested minds.
But I think that's the point. I think he doesn't want us to be rested. He doesn't want us to be complacent. He doesn't want us to be calm.
Well, I do not think that bringing back sports will shadow
Absolutely.
what we have
If
going
Thursday
on.
night there's a protest, but there's also the Hawks and the Nets
But
playing.
see, that's on
then some
Well,
that's on
ain't
us.
nobody
That's on
wants to watch
them.
the Hawks play.
Hold on,
That's
hold on, hold on.
that's
Let
on
me-
them
let
as
me-
the
let me say something.
entertainers to be able to stand up and keep and continue to use their platform while they're doing their job.
Kyrie
me
is
say
clearly
this.
fighting against this for niggas that think like you. Like clearly.
I will be the first to say I've never given a damn about sports in general, unless we talking about kickball. I love kickball. But I, I have to agree with Kyrie in this space on this issue, because when you look at all the things I think that contributed to what I would like to call the second wave of the civil rights movement is COVID-19 has had everybody at home.
yes.
So people are jobless. People don't have much to do. Sports has been canceled. It's given every opportunity to focus in on trying to change the justice system and push the movement of Black Lives Matters forward. So unless Kyrie and other prominent Black basketball players and football players in the NFL are coming together, and I don't want to see anything about commercials being played, because people can just as clearly tune that out. If it's pregame, if it's halftime, if it's post game, people can turn that off and not have to look at it anymore. I think if anything, you need to use that leverage for being a prominent Black athlete to force these owners, in some cases the coaches, to pledge money to Black causes, to pump that money into the Black community.
I'm agreeing with that. The only thing that I'm saying is I feel like, they're very successful men. They juggle a lot of things in their lives a lot, anyway. So I feel like they are, someone that we look up to. I feel like they could juggle both. They can do their job, play a sport, bring entertainment to the people, and at the same time still uphold the, what they believe in.
But exactly.
The issue-
I mean, but
I
are the
think-
people? Is that gonna take people? I don't know right now. If people are out there going and protesting, what I'm saying, they're still fighting for a cause. I don't think that sports is gonna stop them from. It's not gonna pull them from
But I think
being out in the
they're
community.
targeting people who are in the middle of the road. People who are like, man, I really want to support those around me, but I also don't have anything else. They're the people who are on the fence because they have something to distract them, something to make them complacent. There are people who are just as easily going to go, I'm not going to go to this protest because the game's on. I'm not going to go to this protest because I got to watch this, or I got to do this, or this is coming up and I want to participate in this. Taking that away from those people point blank leaves the people who are on the fence about participating to participate. That or to stand back and be acknowledged.
So you feel like
standing back.
changing their viewpoints
I think
or
it's
influencing it into a different direction.
influencing it. It's not. You're not going to change their viewpoints if they don't play basketball in October. If half of the league says we're not going to play, and it's Trae Young and LeBron playing 1-on-1 because that's the only niggas left playing, like someone's going to watch that regardless. But the point is, the people who are like, I really want to watch true basketball happen, and it's not happening. What am I going to pay attention to? It's the fact that this internet culture that we have has so much to distract us right now. So many shows, so many movies, so many vlogs, personalities to watch. When those personalities and when those shows and when those movies all disappear, there's only one thing that is being shown to us, and it's opinions and thoughts and processes on change.
And I got a question real quick. So if you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that if the basketball players or the football players did not go back to work and they decided to pitch in and keep the attention on the Black Lives Matter movement, and social and justice and reform, if you knew beyond the shadow of the doubt, would you push the issue of them returning to work and playing basketball? If you knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that change comes about from them not returning to work.
Absolutely.
You said
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, if your options are change
oh,
the justice system or more basketball, what do you
Yeah,
decide?
I think I would have to choose the people, like the culture.
okay, and so my
black
thing is
culture.
right now, even though we don't know beyond a shadow of a doubt, are you willing to risk that? Because the movement at hand right now is as serious as it's ever been.
Right.
It's as serious as
I
it's
mean,
ever been.
That's true. It's all it's in
I,
different
I,
countries.
th- I
and
think
things
I
like
think
that.
I think one of the reasons I wanted to discuss that is because I think in the grand scheme of things, I think Kyrie's right. I think there is a lot of distraction that comes with that. There are some people, not the Bron sexuals, who just feel like he don't want LeBron to get a ring. I think that I don't know Kyrie, I don't know the man, but I think he genuinely cares about this cause.
Right.
So I'm saying, I'm not necessarily saying that, you know what I'm saying, if all of his motives or what are in the right place or what his agenda is, but people are, I believe, going out of their way to miss what he's saying because he said a bunch of dumb shit before.
Right.
Like, I get it. I understand. Excuse me, but
Ain't one of those flat earthers?
yeah, he was a dookie. But you know, whatever. But I just feel like, man, people lack the ability to be pragmatic about, you know what I'm saying, about, I think, this situation, because they're tying it to all the wrong things. I feel like Kyrie genuinely cares about this. He has a valid point, and there are others backing that. What I'm saying is that if I had the platform that way, if I knew that if I'm an NBA player, like, I'm not singling LeBron, but LeBron is probably the most popular. Well, he's probably not. He may not be. He's probably not the most popular player in the NBA. But if I'm LeBron James, like, I'm not saying what the man should do, right? But I'm saying if I had that platform, right? If I know I can protest and play, that's what I'm doing.
I pulled up with that topless. Now you know what panties dropping. Don't fuck